what we're going to try to do is see if we can get a set of headers to fit. On the ground here are the headers we have. The ones on the top are hooker. Those are LS conversion headers. Those are the ones that were on there that had space room problems. The ones in the middle are from Hustler. I'm sorry, from Hedman. They're the Hustler header. They're shorties. And the one on the bottom is from Racing Innovations. A little bit smaller, a little bit shorter. We'll see which ones fit. The top two are steel ceramic coated, and the bottom one's actually stainless steel. Nice header, really heavy though, but no coating. So they're not going to keep their color, they'll turn blue and stuff, if that's what I end up having to use. We know that the hookers don't fit, so I'm going to start with the Hedman. I like these a little bit better than the Racing Innovation. A little bit longer here, even though they're shorties. A little tip or trick. I got some painter's tape. That's the green tape you've been seeing. I'm going to cover these with the green painter's tape so I don't beat them up too bad trying to fit these things in, because I'm going to be returning something here. I don't know what yet. So I'm going to try to protect them so I can return them without a problem. Alright, so we got her all taped up here. This one on this side should go in through the bottom. We'll stick it up to the bottom and then we'll bolt it on and see if it fits. Alright, these are the Hedman Hustlers. They are not fitting. I'm kind of surprised. See on the back how far it is from the head. Where it's hitting my brake line stuff again, down there, which I think it would clear if I could get the back of the header on. It's also bumping into the, you can see it's bumping into the bell housing. Again, I have a scatter shield on this thing, so it's kind of has a big lip on it. I think I could probably work around that by taking the bell housing down. But more importantly, this is where it's hitting, and I can't change this. It's hitting the cross member, and there's nothing I can do about that. So there's no way that these are going to work. So let's try the Racing Innovation ones. Okay, these are the Racing Innovations. I think I can probably fit these down in through the top. These are small enough. Give it a whirl. Alright, that's the Racing Innovations header. This is on the driver's side. Peeled the tape off because it looks like this thing fits fine. Obviously no interference with the frame like the Hedman, and it clears all my braking stuff. Clears the block just barely, but it does. About a 1/4 inch clearance. And I also bolted on the extension with the O2 bung, and it clears everything. So I think that's pretty good. We'll try it on the passenger side. So we have the passenger side taped up. What I did do on this one is I put the I'll call it a collector for lack of a better term, with the bung on it and stuff, so I don't have to do it from underneath. I think there's enough room to be able to do it from the top side. See how she fits? My guess it's going to fit pretty good. There's lots of room on this side. Alright, going to bolt it on. Took the tape off because there is lots of clearance on the outside. See the extension with the bung for the O2. Fits. It's a little hard to see. It does clear the block on the inside. And the bell housing by at least a 1/4 inch. So yeah, it looks like the Racing Innovation headers are the winner. And that's what I will be using. So one of the other things I want to check on to make sure that this clearance for is access to the spark plugs. I have headers before on other engines and cars where we literally had to take them apart or take the headers off to get at the plugs. So let's see what we have for here. So I put the plugs in. Boy, lots of space. I can fit a full socket and an extension on every single one of them with the headers in place. On this side, and on the passenger side I can do the exact same thing. So I took the Racing Innovations header off just so we could compare the two. I really wanted to use those Hustler shorties. It's a lot nicer header. It's a bigger tube. The tube diameter difference is about 100 thousandths of an inch, which is a lot. I did check against port on the heads. The portholes are a little bit bigger than what the heads are, so there wouldn't be any restriction there. But just, you know, the finish on them and stuff isn't nearly as nice as what the Headman is. Much nicer product. The Headman's a lot more expensive, a ton more expensive. But it doesn't matter, if they don't fit, they don't fit. I saw something interesting on the Headmans also. Let me get the other header over here and I'll show you. So the killer was this tube here on the driver's side that hit the frame. On the passenger side, that tube is much higher. If you put these back to back, you can see the difference. I mean, look at the difference in how low that tube is. I don't understand why Headman did that. Why this one's so high and that one's so low. If this one was like this, I think I could make these things work. That would be nice. But at the end of the day, I'll be using the Racing Innovations. Smaller tube, you know, it's just a lot more or less problem putting them on. They both dump into 2.5 inch pipes. You know, that's going to be what I use. So the next update is going to be a while. I'm going to be on the road for work for the better portion of April. Next thing to tackle will be accessory drive on the front, and I think the power steering box I want to put in, make sure all that fits. I believe that'll be the next thing. So until then, stay tuned.